Okay, welcome back again. This time around, we want to look at data cleaning and preparation. Now, we want to clean our data and prepare data for further analysis. Now, last time we just imported our libraries and we tested the data set by running it to see if we can import it. Then we saw the structure of our data set when we imported it into our Python environment. For this time, we want to go further and clean the data and prepare it for analysis. So what do we do? Let's start by uh, just an heading. Okay, this one is under just underline. Give me 40 equals to just also underline this. Okay, you count this one now. Okay, and then we have enough. So now we have to convert first categorical variable with proper coding. Don't forget in our former analysis, former introduction we did last time, we have codings and labeling. The purpose of doing that so that we can use them in our coding. The programming language requires such. So that's why we have to do that first. Whether you're using Python, you're using R, you have to do coding of the data and label them appropriately. So demographic mappings first, we are going to code that. So we have age, we have gender, we have race. Okay. So let's start with age. Gender first. We have male, which is 1, female 2. For age, from 21 to 34 years old, we have 1. We code it 1. From this one 2, this one 3, and this one 4. Don't forget what we had last time. For race, Malay 1, we code it 1. Chinese, we code it 2. Indian, we code it 3. Others, we code it 4. Then marital status, single, we code it 1. Married 2. If you have one more, maybe divorce, you can code it 3. All right. For educational level, we have SPM or lower, we have code it 1. Diploma, we code it 2. Bachelor, we code it 3. And above, we code it 3. So we have removed one from here now. So don't worry about that. Okay, just to shape the data properly. Then here we have working experience. We have 1 to 3 years, we code it 1. 4 to 5 years, we code it 2. And more than that, we code it 3. Where income level, we have less than 2,000, we code it 1. And between 2001 to 2002, and so on, we code it to 5. So we can now apply our demographic here. Now we apply demographic mappings. We want to map them for the column, comma, mapping in demographic mapping dot items. We had now underscore norm. So it's equal to div column dot mapping. So here we are trying to create new variables now, okay, for each of them. All right. Now we convert the Likert scale to numeric so that we can do what is called mean or average. Okay, that's why we have to convert them to numeric. So here we have because each circle, the circle is a mark on its own. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when the circle 1, when the circle 2 is recorded. Okay, that's what we saw there. Because each DS that we saw, we can use them, we can code them as 1, 2, and 3. So that's what we have here now. So like map mapping, we have this one is 1, this one is 2, this one is 3, 4, 5. That's what we saw in our coding last time. You can actually collect 1, 2, 3 directly in your data while you are entering them into your Excel instead of using this one. You can use it directly in your Excel so that it will be make more faster. Okay. So let's go further now. Likert columns, we have this Likert columns T1, T2, T3. This is for tenure development. Question 1, 2, and 3. Then we have M1, 2, and 3. We have L1, 2, and 3. We have both this one performance 2, only 2. All right. So we are getting a new variable from them, each of them. So for column in Likert columns, we have this one underscore norm. So for each of them, for Likert mapping. Also, we go further, we handle missing values. So if there's any missing values for each of them in the data set, we create dot median. You can use dot mean if you want, but at least median is okay. Okay, so in place equal to true. Now we have handled missing values here so that we don't want too many missing values that we have seen before. We want to handle them by replacing them with a mean of the data, because now we have converted them to numbers that are no more in strings or numeric, or character as they were in the data set. Now, if you remember, in Excel last time, we saw that they are like this. Can you see the way they are? But now they are now in number now. No more in that form. They're in number. So what I was saying before, you could have just accept this one as number directly here. Just enter them as number here to make your work easier. But nevertheless, you can still follow the same approach here and code them directly using your coding. So right. So here we have the number here. All right, we have the number here. So we have this one accepted here. We have already handled the missing value here. So we are creating composite score here, which means we are trying to create a new variable. At the same time, we are creating the mean, okay, of each of the HRM practices, training and development, motivation, leadership style, and performance also for each of the variable we have there. So we are trying to create our composite score, which means the mean. So this one is a new variable now we created now for T1, T2, and T3. Convert it to number. That's what we did here. Each of the above here. For M1, we convert to number, M2 to number, M3 to number, L1 to number, each of them to number. So we now find the mean. Can you see dot mean as is equal to 1. So we have find mean of each of them. Then we now print our data shape out again. We now display a new head. So if you display this a new head now, first 5 row rather, it will give you different output from the one we did before. So if you run now, if you run this one now, you have different outputs from the one you had before. Now look at our heading, data cleaning. So look at it critically from here. Can you see? We have here data operation completed, final data set shape. We now have 190 to 141. Don't forget, before this one was 19 before. Don't forget 19, but now we have 41. How? Because new variable has been generated from here. You can see if you scroll down here, you see that we have new variables here. Look at it. See, this is the original one. Okay, original one. You see there, we didn't tamper with them, but we create new columns based on them, based on each of them. So some things are hidden here, which we don't because because it's so long. So it is something here. Okay, if you download it and save it, you open in Excel, you see a lot of long of rows. Okay, it's hidden. So just giving up from here now down here. Can you see for modification? L1, modification 3 is 3 of them are hidden here. Only one that is showing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 2 they are hidden. So we have L1, L2, L3. You can see each of them convert to 5 because if you open it, you see that the first thing they choose here is 51. All right, under L1, L2. So if you check L1, L2 here, let's confirm L1, L2 here. Can you see L1, L2 strongly agree. Can you see this is 5, 5. Okay, L3. Can you see here is agree? All right, you can see that L3 is agree. Can you see 4? So you can see that it has been properly converted to our Likert scale. In that case, we have our training now. If you come here now, you can see that their mean is generated here. For training and development, we have our mean here. Can you see the mean of the summation of so it means that for motivation, we have M1, M2, M3 sum together divided by 3. We have our leadership style, which is our L1, L2, L3. This plus this divided by 3. So give us the mean of this one. That's what we have mean. So if you calculate this one now, something together divided by 3, we have this. Also, train performance, we have P1, P2 together divided by this 9 divided by 2, 4.5. That's what we have here. So we have the mean of each of them. That's what I'm supposed to do. You also have mean of each of them one by one. Then before we go further, all right. So this is how you code and prepare the data for analysis. So now we have done that. So the next class we'll go further and see a descriptive structure for a data set. So thank you so much for listening for now. I will see you in the next class. Thank you. See you later.